Hey everybody, Karen Anderson here with Aortic Hope for today's week in review. Before I get started, I'm going to say good day, mate, to my friend Velda. I was told to do so, so I'm doing so. All right, listen, week in review. For those of you that do not know what this is us reviewing the post that we put up last week, giving you guys an opportunity to interact with moi and tell me your thoughts and your feelings and your everything. And we're going to talk about a couple different things, actually. Some pretty good, interesting stuff that has come out this week. But before we get started, please click like that button, like the thumbs up, click the like, click subscribe and click the bell. The bell makes the difference. The bell allows you to be notified every time we go live. We have a live event. Let's see, we've got one tonight. We've got a live event tonight. You don't want to miss it. 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, how to successfully navigate the disability journey. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we continue through this week in review, which we're going to get started on right now. Okay. So every other Monday, we do our movement for movement. We started this many years ago. God, 5 years. It seems like it was forever. Doesn't like COVID sound like it was forever ago? It seems like all that nightmare was just, oh my God, there was a pandemic that I was fully aware of in my lifetime. That's just crazy to me. Yeah, 5 years ago. We started this before that even began because we recognize in the community there's this fear, this almost cardiac paralyzation, if that's a word, this sense of being scared to move, whether you've been diagnosed with aortic disease or you've had a dissection or you've had surgery, you're waiting surgery, whatever the case is, or you're just anybody can be scared to move sometimes. They don't like the way it feels in the heat or the way it feels in the cold or the way their joints feel, whatever the case may be. So we created a movement for movement. And Joyce is one of our social media administrators, and she's talking all about it last Monday, talking all about movement for movement Monday, and basically asking the question, if you're struggling to remain motivated, you are not alone. Because let me tell you all, this is what I look like. This, you just slap a name badge right there. It says Karen. I don't even know if I kicked my foot up. Probably did it. Oh, I probably did so that the dog wouldn't bite my slipper. That is me. Yeah, not with a lot of books, but sure, that was pretty much me. Listen, there's 3 easy ways that you can kind of stay motivated to move your body. And we've talked about this before. Movement doesn't have to be going from nothing to a triathlon. Movement doesn't have to be to the gym. Movement can be walking around the grocery store, park farther away, and take every single aisle, even though you have a specific list. It's extra steps. It's moving with intention. Joyce is very big about moving with intention. And that intention could be that it's time. I say this all the time. It's going to give you an idea of the status of my closets. Why? Because I say it all the time. Clean out your closets must mean something, but it could be anything. It could be anything that you need to do. Cleaning your car, vacuuming it out, taking out trash, simple things, picking up some stuff off the ground that's intentionally moving your body. So here's the first one. It's called stack it. Stack it. Tie movement to something that you already do, right? So walk while you're having a phone call. That seems easy, right? We already talking. Get up off the chair and just walk while you're having that conversation. That's what we mean by stacking it. Stretch while you're watching TV. Listen to, if you're wearing one of those smart watches and it tells you, hey, it's time to get up off your butt, just do it. Perfect time to get up and maybe go get the mail and then come back in and finish your show. Stacking it is literally doing just that, tying some other form of movement into what you are already doing. Track it, stack it and track it. Track it's another one. So what you want to do here is use a sticky note or use a special app on your phone, or I don't know, even a journal like the ones that we send you for Hope Mail, right? Okay. Track your progress. Write down, like, today I did this, and then I guarantee you in 2 weeks you're going to look back, you'll be like, I can't believe I'm doing so much more than I did before. It kind of just helps you build momentum. And the last one would be celebrate it. Oh my gosh, did you do anything today? And look, I get it. Doing nothing sometimes is doing something. We say that all the time. But if you are able to do something, no matter what it is, celebrate it. It counts. Celebrate those small wins, not just the big ones. So we did ask people in the community to kind of give us their best tips and share real life advice from others that are struggling maybe the way we are, and maybe it would be the spark that would help somebody else move today. So that was our movement. I love this graphic. That was our movement for Movement Monday. So hopefully you stack it, you track it, and you celebrate it. Okay. Who's here with us? Who do I need to say hi to? I already said hi to Velda.
Well, we've got Chef Rob and Christina and Molly. Hello, everyone.
Rob, Christina, Molly. God, Rob's got some great stuff coming up we're going to talk about in our calendar soon. Even though I don't eat one of the things, I'm so looking forward to another one of the things. I bet you can guess what I don't eat, Rob. And it's not for lack of trying, but maybe I'll try your recipe. We'll see. All right, let's get into our Tuesday. So, one of the things we wanted to talk about is last week we were discussing the ventilator. And we kind of tried to demystify and take the fear out of what is a ventilator. And this time we're going to talk about the heart lung machine. And what does it actually do? And do all of the surgeries need a heart lung machine? I can already tell you the answer is no, not all surgeries need a heart lung machine. So, but when you hear about open heart surgery or any kind of major aortic repair, one of the mysterious but life saving devices that you're going to hear, because it always enters the conversation, is going to be the heart lung machine. What is that machine exactly? And other than being in our book, which will explain it to you, we're going to talk about it here. So, what is it? How does it work? And does every aortic surgery need it? So, let's kind of break it down in simple terms. And this is from our friend Alvaro, our medical student. So, heart lung machine. This can trigger some people. So, I want you to just think about it, take a minute, marinate. Do you really want to listen? I get it. I get it. When I used to read my medical reports, like the first 2, 3 years after open heart surgery, and I read that I was on one of these, I had to reread it multiple times because I watched too much Grey's Anatomy. And I just thought, how is this my name associated with machinery keeping me alive? So I get it, but we're going to get into it now. All right. So the heart lung machine, otherwise known as a cardiopulmonary bypass machine, it's a device that it temporarily takes over the job of your heart and your lungs. So it's a little bit different than the one we talked about last week that also takes over some parts of your body, but it's used during certain specific types of surgeries. And while it keeps your blood moving and oxygenated, it's going to be used during surgery when the surgeon is working on your heart or your aorta. And so if you imagine your heart and your lungs as a primary highway system, okay, it's constantly moving cars, which would be the blood, and then that carry the supplies, which would be the oxygen and the nutrients, and they're going to every single city, which would be the organs in your body. It's a nice metaphor, Alvaro. Now, suppose part of this highway needs urgent repair, like fixing a damaged bridge. I'm loving this. Can you tell I'm really loving this? Or your heart or your aorta. During the repair, traffic cannot pass through safely. Okay. But you can't just stop all of the cars. So engineers build a temporary detour bridge that redirects traffic around the damaged area. So this detour keeps everything flowing while the main road is still being fixed. So that's precisely what the heart lung machine does during surgery. So while the heart is under repair, the machine acts like the detour and it's pumping and oxygenating blood. So your body keeps running smoothly even when the heart and lungs are paused. I like that description. So think of it like a life saving or a life supporting detour. Okay. While your heart is being paused and your lungs are offline, the machine keeps the body alive and well oxygenated. And see, and I think that if we're describe these things not so much in this matter of fact, monotone way, I think it kind of sounds exciting and it doesn't sound so scary, at least not to me. And I hope not to you. Okay. Here it is. Cardio bypass machine, different than when we had the trach, right? Different than what was the machine called last week? It's your breathing machine. Different. This is much more intense, okay? Because that one was just breathing for you and assisting your breathing. This is actually moving that oxygenated, it's oxygenating the blood and moving it throughout your body. All right, so here it is. This is the machine. It's like not that big, right? So you're going to have one tube coming out of the machine, going into the aorta. And what does the aorta do? It brings all that oxygenated, rich blood to the entire body. And then you're going to have another tube coming out of, I don't want to guess where it's coming from. Mm, looks like it's a vena cava. Could be, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And it goes back into the machine to create all the oxygen and stuff that needs to, it filters everything out, right? It's going to filter everything out. I'm probably wrong, but let's keep reading together. All right, so let's go through step by step what happens. I love the graphics. I can't help myself. I like to try to guess if I know that I'm right. That makes me happy. Blood is going to be drained from your body, you guys. You're going to be asleep. You're going to close your eyes, blink, and you'll be awake. During these many hours that you blink, the blood is going to be drained from the body, usually from a large vein near your heart. The machine adds the oxygen back into the blood and removes the carbon dioxide, basically what your lungs would do, okay? It then pumps that oxygen-rich blood back into the body through a large artery, just like your heart does. We can guess what artery that is. And this allows the surgical team to actually stop your heart safely. And why do we want the heart stopped? Because the last thing you need is something moving when you need to cut into a valve that's right in that area. That would not be, it would be like driving across that bridge that Alvaro was talking about and having the bridge swaying. You don't want that, right? So it allows the team to kind of operate on your heart safely and operate, most importantly, in a bloodless field. Okay, so that gives them really good field of vision, and it allows them to repair or replace any damaged parts. So whether it's a valve, it could be the blood vessel, it could be the aorta itself. Here's why it's so important. So certain surgeries on the heart or the ascending aorta, because this would not necessarily happen on the abdominal aorta, okay, because you're really far away from that massive amount of blood flow. Certain surgeries of the heart or the ascending aorta, which is, again, as we just mentioned, the part of the heart that's part of the aorta that's closest to the heart, it really does require that the heart remain still like water, like no movement, right? You cannot repair a moving pump. You just can't do it. So the heart lung machine makes it possible because it buys time, precious oxygen rich, life sustaining time for the surgeon to be able to work carefully and precisely. So then the question comes, do all aortic surgeries need this? And the answer is no. So just because you're having surgery on your aorta does not mean that you're going to have to be on a heart lung machine. It really kind of depends on where the problem is on the aorta. Surgeries that would usually require this heart lung machine, which again is of no consequence to you in that you're not aware that it's happening. We will eventually talk about potential after effects, which we've all experienced. Surgeries that would require being on heart lung machine, and that would be the ascending aortic aneurysm repair. You will have to be on the heart lung machine if you are having open heart surgery. Okay, which as of now, as of today, that's the only way to do it. I say that because I do not think that's going to be the only way to do it in the next 10 years. I am hearing rumblings of trials, of different things happening, of different ways to reinforce if there's an aneurysm without having to cut it out. We're not going to even talk about them because it's still fantasy land. But for today, in reality, yes, if you have an ascending aortic aneurysm, you are going to need to be put on a heart lung machine. If you have an aortic dissection involving the ascending aorta, you're going to have to go on cardiopulmonary bypass. If you need aortic valve replacement, which kind of overlaps with aortic surgery, then you might need to be on this. If you're going to have your arch repaired, and that often requires something called deep hypothermic circulatory arrest, you're going to be put on the heart lung machine. These procedures, they are happening very, very close to the heart, and they just need the heart to be stopped or slowed down significantly. It's just what has to happen, okay? But there are surgeries where you're not going to need it, such as descending aortic aneurysm repair. You don't need the heart to stop moving in order to fix that area. Abdominal aortic aneurysm, you do not need the heart to be stopped or slowed down in order to fix that area. Endovascular procedures, which are minimally invasive techniques done through small incisions in the groin, they do not need to be put on cardiopulmonary bypass either. These areas, as I just mentioned, are further away from the heart, allowing it to continue to beat during this procedure. It's the areas that are closest to that highest volume of blood that you gotta cease all activity. Okay. Here's some final thoughts on the cardiopulmonary bypass machine or heart lung machine as we know it. It is probably one of the most significant inventions in modern medicine. Okay. Can you imagine trying to do something like this without it? I mean, people, they would bleed out. It would be very bad. It has basically made once impossible surgeries not only possible, but it's making them routine. These types of surgeries that are very scary for us happen multiple times a day, every single day, all around the world. These are not weird, strange one offs. This is common day practice. And yet, still, it's not always needed. So, whether or not your aortic surgery requires it really depends on where it is, what zone it is on the aorta, and what is actually being repaired and what type of procedure is going to be done. So, if you have questions about what's happening in your case or what might be right for your case, always talk to your surgeon. Use the back of the aortic disease or aortic dissection patient guide, let them draw it out for you what their plans are or what happened to you so that you have a better understanding about your specific questions. And if you have any other questions about the aorta and some surgery for our med students and our residents, send us an email at info@aortacope.org. And that is your topic Tuesday. Good stuff.
I can't imagine having to go through that without that technology.
No, you wouldn't wake
So,
up from it. So it would just be
yeah.
very bad. It would be bad.
So, Chef Rob says, you will love beets after you see what I do with them. And
He
Molly
knew.
says, yellow beets are really good.
What do they taste like?
I don't know. Then she says, ECMO. I'm not sure.
I think we'll probably get into ECMO. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna probably get into that, I would think. Um, so because ECMO, it sounds to me like ECMO is a combination of being on a heart on the what I can't think of the name of the breathing one we just talked about last week, the assisted breathing intubation as well as heart lungs machine. If we don't, I'm writing that down right now to get into it. I feel like we've talked about it before. I'm sure we'll probably talk about it when we're in AD Awareness Month the next month, but it is on my list of things to ask Dr. Ahmed. Seems so weird. Adam Ahmed was our resident who started with us in med school, and now he is a resident. He is a resident at University of Pittsburgh, guys. So yeah, they don't film at Pitt. For those of you watching The Pitt, they do not film at that. They film at Allegheny down the road because Pitt charged too much. I just found out. Shh. So if you ever want to go visit, you go up there and you hang out around Allegheny Hospital. That's where Dr. Noah Wiley will be, or pretend doctor. Just saying. Yeah, so he's over at Pitt, having a great
Oh,
time, enjoying life,
nice. So
working like
Molly
30
says,
hours a day.
yeah, Molly says, I thought that was the machines you were trying to find a word for, ECMO, but maybe the ventilator you're talking about. And she says, yellow
Bingo.
beets taste like the earth.
It doesn't sound good.
I hear you. Rob
Ugh.
says, granulated sugar is made from beets.
No, it's not. Shut up. That's a lie. That's like telling me I can't swim after I eat. You're lying.
Molly says, yellow are sweeter, like the chef said. Chef says, candy strips of beets are great too. And Tom has joined the
Okay.
chat. Back to you.
Hi, Tom. All right. Well, so I'm willing to try a beet if it's going to be candied. I did try beets. I don't know what I thought I was expecting it to taste like, but it didn't stay in my mouth very long. It was very rapidly spit out. That's all I can say. Didn't like it. My husband loves them. No, no, no. No, no, no. As of today. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Right? No, no beets for me. No beets, no beets. Not that kind of beet. Music beats. All right. Hey, let's talk about friendly reminder going into tonight. We had this as a post last week. Anybody applying for disability benefits? Because it's going to be alarmingly overwhelming. Okay. It just is. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, you are far from alone. Tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, I need you to join us here. So that's why I want you to click subscribe, click the little bell. We have a live YouTube event that's going to really help demystify the entire disability application process and answer all of your questions live. We are meeting with Barbara Mountain. She has over 20 years of experience with Social Security disability and Social Security insurance, so SSI and SSDI, and Chris Doherty. They are both from Doherty, Chelakeen and Associates. He is the co-founder and nationally recognized for his expert advice and information on disability law. You just need to come back here, right here to YouTube, which you've already liked, right? And you're going to hit subscribe. So you're going to get answers to questions like, what paperwork do I need? Should I still be employed? Should I quit my job? What do I do? Can I work while I'm applying? Um, what happens if I've already been denied? Should I hire an attorney? They are attorneys and they are not going to charge you any money. All attorneys should be getting paid the same amount after you've been awarded your money. But there's a lot to go over because there's a big time lag now. Every department has a little bit less people working in it. We've all heard about this. So, how is this going to impact you if you've already applied or you're thinking about applying? So, if you want to know, like, watch the YouTube tonight. And if you have a question and you want to remain anonymous, there is a link and you can click the anonymous question button and we will answer it for you. This is a very popular one, very popular. I love talking about it. I'm a big believer in this is your insurance policy. You know, you paid into this all of your life. If you've been working, it's time for you to knock on the door and say, I need a little bit of help. And it might not be forever. We don't necessarily know this when we come out of major aortic surgery, but it could just be for right now. And it could be to supplement if all you can do is go back part-time. And you can go and receive disability and actually work. It's highly encouraged. So there's a lot of misnomers. We're going to make everything factualized for you. I love making up my own vocabulary today. It's a Monday. It's been a long day, you guys. My dog, love my dog. Okay. It's been a long, it's been a long Monday. All right. We're going to move on. Moving on. This takes us to our Feel Good Friday. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't. Did you know that this is a thing, Christmas in July? It's like a big thing. Did you know this, Josh?
I've
Gonna
heard
take,
this saying a couple of
okay.
times.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's referring to be honest.
Sales, sales,
What?
and
Sales?
more
What?
sales. Totally. Like, just enjoy Christmas time in July. I mean, I get the whole notion of imagining that it's cooler because it really, really has been hot, but it's legit. It's legit. People like will get Christmas cookies, like it says here from Nikki, and eat it by the pool, hang stockings from beach umbrellas. I have yet to ever see anything like that. And play Jingle Bell Rock with no shame. Now, who says you can't mix reindeers and sunscreen? That's what Nikki says, right? Ugly sweaters optional, although I'm not wearing a sweater in the summer heat. All I know is that this is supposed to be a massive festival that happens in July. And I have seen so many sales um, during the month of July, and it's all about Christmas in July. I don't care why the sale happens, but I just think it's weird. That's just me. You can all bash me, but be nice when you bash. I don't get it. Just call it a sale in July because it's so hot that you have to have a sale. Why you're calling it Christmas? I don't know. Mm. Made a lot of people laugh though. So that's a feel good Friday post if it makes you feel good. I don't know. Tom, Molly, Rob, Christina, Velda, anybody? Thoughts? Thoughts? I bet you this is not something they do in Canada. That's going to be my guess. Tell me if I'm wrong. Curious. I don't know. I don't know. But until I hear from them, I'm going to go on and then Josh will interrupt me and we're going to go back to it. We talked a little bit about this last week. We're talking a lot about it now. We are revving up the engines for Saturday Survivor Series and for our Where Are They Now series. It's a dynamic duo of storytelling, you guys, and it's all about you. Two different ways to tell your story. Survivor Series, share your journey about your aortic disease event, whether you're a patient or you're a caregiver, it doesn't matter. We love all perspectives. Your story can be shared live, like I'm doing it, and then answer questions. You can do a pre recorded video or you can do a written story. It doesn't matter. We just want your story. We want your story and we want to find out how things unfolded. So you tell us as much as you're comfortable, but just know that I'm probably going to want to share it with Think Aorta US because that is such a it's just such a hub of knowledge to help educate med students, first responders, primary care doctors, urgent care centers, people that are having these types of patients walk in the door, undiagnosed chest pain patients. We want them thinking about the aorta. And so listening to the stories of misdiagnosis or underdiagnosis, it's so critical. So not only are you going to feel it's just going to be positive from a therapeutic perspective, you're going to validate somebody else's story and you're going to help educate others by listening to your story. Then, then we want to know what you're doing. We want to know where are you now. So any past storytellers out there, we are coming for you. It's time to update us on your journey. We've had quite a few before. We're going to have quite a few more coming up. Look, we want you to share how you're thriving and not just surviving with aortic disease. Inspire others with your progress and your message of hope. So just tell us what you're doing, whatever it is. We just want to know because just like the first responders say in the emergency room, they never get to find out what happens to the patients later. So, telling your story of survival or how you get through being diagnosed is important, but really what's important is what are you doing with your life now? It's so super important and we want to hear about it. We want to know the twists and the turns. We want you to let the world know how far you've come. Right? So there's two different ways to do that. The links are there. The links are under our programs. Bottom of the page, Josh has mentioned all different places where you can find links. There's links. You'll go find them, I'm sure. But just get the story to us. Okay.
Okay,
Whipping
so
through this week, man.
Molly says Australia
Yeah.
celebrates because it's the middle of their winter. So lots of restaurants have fun.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that says. Prix fix menus, either Christmas trees and
Prefix.
decorations. Prefix?
Prefix menus. So it's
Hmm.
like anytime, like here, a lot of Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, restaurants get to just charge a prefix menu and you have no choice. You have to pay
Oh, I see
one
what you're
fee. You
saying.
get to pick
Got
from
you.
first, second, third course. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Velda says no Christmas in July in Canada.
Didn't think so because you guys are smart. That's why you got to do shopping here on our American
I
internet
wonder.
pages.
I wonder if that's why Amazon Prime is in July.
Probably.
That's interesting.
Probably. Yeah, probably social media giving day too, because we know that the giving day happens in around Thanksgiving, right? And so I think that's what they're doing is tying everything into these sales that happen in Christmas in July. Very good point, Josh. Didn't pick up on that. Makes sense. Makes sense. Hey, makes sense that while you're doing this shopping in July, you consider getting yourself one of our aortic disease awareness car magnets. So I'm just moving slowly because my arm doesn't like to work. This is what it looks like. Doo doo. Right here it is. So probably about 5 inches long, right? It's very durable. It's pretty thick magnet. Um, these are phenomenal. I love when I'm driving and I see somebody in it because I think, is it me? Is it Terry? Or is it Tammy? And if it's none of those three cars, then it's somebody I don't know. And that's very exciting to me because then I get super excited. But this is a great way of just creating awareness. So if you've been looking for a way to create awareness within the organization, within the community, this is it. This is it right here. For $10 donation, you can grab one of these aortic disease awareness car magnet ribbon. There's so many words. There's too many words. It's Monday. Look, and you want to get it now because you know what's happening in September. It's Aortic Disease Awareness Month. Get your card magnets now. Give them to a physician. Makes a great gift. It really does to say thank you. Hand this to them during the month of September. They'll really enjoy it. It's great for the car, except a lot of cars aren't really magnetized. So you got back bumpers and gas caps, right? Something like that. They're great for fridges, except a lot of fridges aren't super duper magnetized. So you can only slap them on the side. It's fine. They're just great. You'll find a good place to put it, and they make great gifts. In all seriousness, it's great eye-catching way to start a conversation today about aortic disease, and isn't that what we're all trying to do? Create that sense of awareness. So don't delay. Order yours today. You go right to our Hope Shop, the top of our website, and you will see it. You'll see a picture in there, and you can place your order for that with a $10 donation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what we need to talk about? We talk a lot about our magnets. We talk a lot about our decals, our car decals. We talk a lot about our belts. It's time to talk a lot about our second patient guide. Remember this one, you guys, was a big, nope, I don't have the first one with me. Nope, I have like 10 copies. Here I do. I have books all around me in my office. The first book, Aortic Dissection, the Patient Guide. This was a combined effort, led and spearhead actually initially by our friends at Aortic Dissection Awareness UK and Ireland. And then we rewrote this book, and it took us a year, and we did that. This is our second book. They are now going to do the same, take the guide from us and rewrite it to fit their needs. This is Aortic Disease, the Patient Guide. This is going to take you through everything from the beginning at zone zero. So we're talking about annulus, aortic valves, aortic valve disease, congenital heart defects when it comes to the valve, talking about all of the different zones and the aneurysms and how these things are diagnosed, how they are monitored, how they're treated. A little bit about dissections. I'd refer everybody back to the first book if you want to read more about that. It's going to go into exercise, diet, sex, travel, genetics, medications, support, caregiver resources, pictures in the back, also an addendum where you can list your blood pressure and how you're feeling when you started these new medications. There's a journal back here for you. Okay. We have left nothing out. We have left nothing out. Easy to read guide written by patients and med students, clinically reviewed and instantly endorsed by the Society of Thoracic Surgeons and Society for Vascular Surgery. And these are free, 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 free. One per household on a hard copy, free download immediately, and bulk orders in a box of 25 books free to your physician. And I highly encourage and beg you to tell your physician about this so that they can order books and start handing them out to their patients as well. So, Aortic Disease Awareness Month, kind of going to follow along the lines of this book. We might skip a couple chapters and put them in different order, but we're going to follow along with that. We have some really, really great articles written by the med students and the residents, and a lot of other very lighthearted information to understand. You know how we normally do our Wacky Wednesday on Facebook? We pick a winner at the end of the month. Every week, we're picking a winner. Every Monday, we're going to choose a winner here from participants that are online with us. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun, fun, fun month. Lots of stuff going on in the month of September. Lots of information we're going to be sharing with you. Like, I didn't even get a chance to put on our events page. We have the Aortic Bridge Awareness Walk, and that is across the Brooklyn Bridge. That's all started from Aortic Bridge, which comes out of Maimonides Hospital out of Brooklyn, New York, and anybody can walk the bridge, and it's free. And it is Saturday, September. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I pull up Saturday, Saturday, September 27th, 11 a.m. We will have all of that information shortly, and everybody gets a shirt that registers, and it's completely free. What I know is the shirt will be, I think, Kelly green this year. We've not done green. It's a really, really, really good time. A great time to be promoting Think Aorta, which everybody is doing anyway in their own ways, talking about aortic disease and understanding how much more common it is than we think, and really impressing upon everybody the importance of understanding your family medical history. So come out, everybody. Come out to New York and walk the Brooklyn Bridge. It'll be a good time. All right. So what do we have left in our calendar? We have tonight the live event on navigating the disability process with Chris Doherty, Barbara Mountain from Doherty Chalakeen and Associates. And you guys, right afterwards, for the ladies, we have our Wise Support Group Women. I'm telling you, it's Monday. God, there's so many bloopers in today. Phew. Women Inspiring Support and Empowerment with aortic disease. So that is what's happening tonight at 7 p.m. If you've not registered for that, just click it. It's going to take you right to the registration form. Register once, you'll be notified on the last Monday of every month with a link to join via email, and it'll be through Teams. And then we have our final support group meeting on Wednesday, which is led by our very own Chef Rob. And that is at 7 p.m. Again, if you've not registered for general, everybody's invited support group meeting, click on that link and you'll be able to fill out that form. We've got the links up here as well. We have the ones that are just for caregivers, general for survivors and caregivers, Canadian, Spanish, and bereavement as well. And then there's a lot already getting ready to happen in August. August is going to be a little bit of a more chill, let's wrap up summertime kind of a month before we are hitting it hard in September. So some of the things out of the normal that we have is the Aortic Kitchen. And as Rob's already mentioned, our first session, which is on Thursday the 7th at 6 p.m., will be Beat the Summer Heat. Beets. I don't like beets. I'm going to give it a try though, because I don't like beets. Play on words. Nice one. And then we have our Aortic Hopes Alive Wellness 101. I think some of you guys got confused because this event had to be canceled in July. It is moved officially on Wednesday the 13th with Dee. Say her last name for me, Josh. Riete? Riete. With Dee Riete, Brazil. She's going to be talking about a lot of things that have to do with wellness, but specifically with aromatherapy, because after this, we're going to start doing quarterly blending events here on our YouTube channel, teaching you how to blend some of these aromatherapy oils to make concoctions that might help you, whether it's your sinuses or stress or what have you. But we're going to learn a lot about it from a general overview happening on the 13th. We've got caregiver connections. We've got our summer bingo. We have to just get the registration form for that. Josh, that's going to be on Thursday, the 14th. And let's see, we have another Aortic Kitchen. That one is going to be happening on Thursday, the 21st. I'm really excited about this one. My husband loves gazpacho. So that's all going to be cool summer soups, assuming that these are all going to be just cool soups and not necessarily a cool hot soup. Either way, they're going to be pretty cool summer soups. I love like a watermelon soup. I don't care. I like anything, so except beets. So we're going to taste it and try it, and we'll see how that works. What else do we have? There's something else that's happening. Oh, we are also in the process of scheduling another very inspirational, motivational event. I'm waiting on final details of that, and I'm not going to say anything until I have it. So that would be our, how did I miss my final here? There we go. That will be our final event for the month of August before we start going into such exciting stuff in September. Any final thoughts from anybody out there?
So Christina says sugar beets are white, big beets grown for sugar.
Did not know that. Can you just
Mm-hmm.
eat them? Do you have to
Don't
cook
know.
them? Can you just chunk into them like that?
I don't know. She says, I like red beets cooked or pickled or in potato salad. It makes red potato salad.
I did not know that. I don't know a
And
lot of things.
and Molly says, I'm hoping to be at the bridge walk.
I would love for you to be at the Bridge Walk. Please PM me, get in touch with me. I think a bunch of us are getting a Airbnb. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go up on Friday, do it on Saturday, and then I gotta head back on Saturday. You know, if I leave this dog too long with my husband, then I owe way too much. It's, as long as she's still in this puppy phase, it's hard, you guys. It's so hard. She's so cute. They make them so cute because they cause so much chaos. I love her when she's sleeping, or when she first wakes up. And I don't really love her when she ripped my shorts down off of me outside in the morning the other day. She literally tore open my robe. It was like Buster Brown shoes. No, what's that commercial? And you saw the little girl and she's like, ah, and she tore down my shorts. Thank God nobody was. I'm sure the Ring cameras caught my butt on camera, but you know, they know, like whatever. It's just a little side, but rip that sucker right down. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could wish you could see my. Can you see? Can you see all these bite marks all over my arms? Ugh. I just want to bite her back because she's so cute. Mwah. All right, everybody.
Oh, Rob says
Yeah,
that not edible. The answer to your question, not edible.
the white one's not
They have to be
edible.
processed.
Okay. It's fine because I like to process everything. I don't know a lot about, I mean, I know the things I eat raw, sure. I'm just not very creative in the kitchen, you guys. Everybody's got their strong points. That is not one of mine. And
You
I'm
said
totally not even upset about it.
you said the bridge walk was September 5th,
No, 27th,
27th. Chef,
Saturday,
Saturday the
September.
September 27th.
Should be the last Saturday. Yep, 11 a.m. If I got it right. There should still be selling mangoes right in the middle of the bridge, which is always fun to grab. It's a nice, cool treat, very refreshing. And then afterwards, we all meet up at a restaurant slash bar where there is food and drink provided for everyone so we can all kind of meet with each other and have a great, amazing meetup. So I'm so excited about it. All
Very
right.
cool.
Thank you, Velda, Rob, Christina, Molly, Tom. So glad you're able to join. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Again, I'll see you guys tonight in,
Quick
I don't
tip.
know, a couple
Quick tip from
hours, right?
Christina here.
What?
She says, makes great cow feed, a sugar beet left over after sugar is mostly removed. She's wonderful. We love her.
Okay. Well, I will not probably be doing anything with that except
That's
storing
what
it
you
in my
need. You
knowledge.
need an emotional support cow.
I want a Highland cow. But secret,
The ones with
secret.
the hair.
Yes. But so Terry, she won't watch this right now. I know she's not going to, so nobody tell her. And if she does, then she's ruining her surprise. She fell in love with Highland cows when we were in Scotland, and there's a place up here that does Highland cow hugging. The Highland cows like to be brushed and then they like to
Highland
cuddle.
cow hugging.
Little babies, little baby cow Highland hugs.
Incredible.
And yes, so I'm going to take her to the farm and we're going to spend a day hugging Highland cows for her birthday.
And take pictures.
Oh, I most certainly will because she'll probably cry. It'll be great. All right, everybody. Thanks again so much for joining. Hey, don't forget, click like, click subscribe, click the bell. I'll see you guys tonight and share this because I guarantee you someone will either find this incredibly entertaining or will hopefully learn something that's very important for themselves or their family. And we'll talk soon. Take care.